What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. I'm back. Hidden Library episode 4. It's 444. So, welcome back. Not too much to report on. Had a nice summer. Hopefully, everybody had a nice summer. Just wasn't reading consistently enough to really make videos, so here we are. We'll get it all done at once. If you're wondering, oh, why didn't I he hasn't responded to our comments. Did he die? Did he I don't know, become Amish or something? No. I have your comments here. I'm going to respond to them now. Thought that would be fun. Maybe it'll be a disaster. Let's see. Book Graveyard. Nick number 1 or 2. I don't know. Time will tell. I feel like the channel name of Hide and Read, you don't really have to explain where you've been hiding. You talked about LA Confidential, never mentioned the movie. I'm curious how it compares. Never saw the movie, and I guess I'm like 4 months out from reading LA Confidential. I don't remember too much of the book. I remember the experience of reading it, but the book itself, not so much. So even if I saw the movie now, I don't think it would be a good like a good comparison. I would have to read it again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's like a book I'm not sure how I feel about. Like I would suggest other people read it just out of my own curiosity, like how other people would react to it. So if you read it, let me know. I'm curious. Um, Dustin Neely. I really want to read Akira. The anime is visually amazing, but it's so hard to understand. I saw you just finished Brothers Karamazov, so looking forward to your review, sir. Akira, I kind of stalled out maybe volume 4, and I have up to 6 or 7, I think. I'm just missing the last one. Um, yeah, kind of just it's just like a I feel like this is kind of a weakness for a lot of like manga where it's just like so much build up where if I ever question like what are we doing here, and it's just getting the build up is just getting more and more elaborate. Like at a certain point, I just don't care. And once I have that feeling, like, do I actually care about this story? It's kind of hard to brush that off. But I might finish it. I might finish it. I'll show you. I'm reading other manga right now that I'm just like more mentally invested in. But yeah, it's you can't argue that's a classic Akira. Like I should have read it a long time ago. Anyway, Aaron J78, great books. This is episode 3. Is there an episode 2 or did I miss it? There should be a 2 and a 1. This is 4. Welcome to the channel. This is kind of fun. Let me know if it's lame. Kevin Toll reads. Love that Louis L'Amour edition. Yeah, you better. If you know what's good for you. Maeve Ever reading. Maeve, she has a manga channel too, so I'm going to be showing a lot of manga. If you're into that, check it out. And if you hate that, she has a normal fiction channel as well. Nice seeing some classic manga. I think the manga I'm showing today is going to be a little less classic. Xanadu Castle. I did read one of the Gantz author's short series not too long ago called Zero One. Oh, this is funny. I was actually watching him stream a video game. I think it was yesterday, and he actually mentioned we ended up having this conversation. So here it is again. I did read one of the Gantz author's short series not long ago called Zero One, and it was cool, but I just wish it was longer and had a proper ending. But it also used early 3D models in some scenes, which was neat. Never heard of that Bentley Little book before, but sounds interesting. Yeah, I forgot I have those. I think I have 2 of them, books by Bentley Little, and a couple people suggested this author, and I just yeah, get to it, dude. So many books. Yeah, Gantz. I think I got up to volume 4, and it was just kind of rinse and repeat with the plot, which is cool, but I'm not so into the aesthetic of it that I'm gonna just keep living in this story. But it was fun. It was cool, and I I appreciate lots of different aspects. If you're into that, Faceless Book Reviews, like the recording studio, love the setup behind you. I don't know. I guess behind me looks nice in front. Maybe not so much. Yeah. I could complain, but I won't. Ella 335 33.55. Glad to see you here. Got me curious with Swan Song. Might try to find it here. Yeah, she's in Colombia, so hard to find certain books, I guess, or imagine. Yeah, are any of you watching in foreign countries, and do you read in English, or maybe what books do you wish you could find in your country that aren't translated, or you can't find English copies of? I don't know. I saw in the Middle East, at least, they have like a big kind of like bootleg fiction market. Like people will make their own printings of books, which I thought was pretty cool. Anyway, Bing Lamb 2176, hello again. I really like James Ellroy for that 40s and 50s LA noir style. Me too. Am I pronouncing that right? I never know. It was a fascinating time, and LA Confidential is one of his books that is a favorite. I rewatch the movies frequently as well. Excuse me. I'm glad the ether hasn't claimed you. Maybe it has. Maybe it has. Always nice to see Bing Lamb in the comments. The West is Best. Mr. McNulty. Great books. Lots of fun. Doing my best. I got to catch up on your videos. I've been kind of banking them so I could watch, just see what you've been doing this summer. I remember last summer you were out in the woods on the property, so hopefully we get some good trail cam footage. Pizza Rat reads. What's up, Pizza Rat? Great update. Glad you're enjoying Gantz. Swan Song has been a hell of a ride. Yeah, not to throw you under the bus here, but both of us completely stalled out like 3/4 of the way through Swan Song. Oops, should probably finish it. Music Room 7185. What's up, dude? I like Music Room. He doesn't comment all the time, but when he does, it's nice. Glad to see you're still around. I enjoyed Swan Song when I read it in the early 90s. You take care. Yeah, everybody seems to really enjoy this book, and I enjoyed reading so much of it so far, but kind of like I mentioned before, I was like, what are we doing here? Can we just, can this get wrapped up? I don't know. Sometimes it takes me out of the story. But yeah, maybe I'll keep doing the comments like that. I don't know. We'll see. If you have anything you want to say privately, just shoot me an email, or shoot me an email anytime. I'll respond. Let's jump into the books. Try to make it quick. Try to keep this under 15 minutes. We could do that. Well, I just got this in the mail just a few moments ago. Vampire Hunter D, Omnibus Book 4. So cool. Yeah. Really need to get to reading these. Because actually I have 5. I accidentally bought 5, so I had to go back and get 4. So now I have 1 through 5. They're all enormous like that. What am I doing to myself, right? And then this series I love so much, Golden Kamuy. It's historical, kind of action manga. It has something in it for everybody, I feel like. Lots of cooking and like the clothing and stuff, and like utility items like the knives, and like, look, there's a grenade, and they show like good diagrams of weapons, and there's something in here for everybody. But it's kind of like a treasure hunt, like a really big treasure hunt with like Russian spies and ex-samurai and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. So Golden Kamuy, check it out. One of my favorites. And then, likewise, Vinland Saga, book 13. I think 14 just came out maybe a couple months ago. So, and both of these series I started reading. It's 2025, so like it's on. I don't know, like at least 7 years ago I started reading those, and yeah. So I'm gonna restart at book 1 and then get up to 14. I got a lot of reading to do, and then start at book 1 and get up to, I think they're at like 30 at this point, so got some catching up to do. I don't know how I'm gonna do that on the channel, but we'll figure it out. We'll let the viewers decide at some point. We'll figure it out. Anyway, kind of in that vein, I found this new manga. This is kind of like what got me set off on this, new to me anyway. Isaac, Volume 1. And I was just telling Xanadu Castle about this because I thought it was so cool. It's kind of like the style's kind of a combination between Vinland Saga and Golden Kamuy. And it has this mercenary Ronin who leaves Japan, and I think they're in medieval Germany or France. I can't quite recall. I'm kind of reading a couple different things, but yeah. Anyway, he has firearms. Sorry, Nick from Book Graveyard. This samurai story is all about this sniper samurai marksman character. Anyway, he's in Europe trying to hunt down somebody for revenge. So he becomes a mercenary and immerses himself into these battles in order. He's like looking for somebody that he's trying to kill. So it's pretty cool. Not as cool as it sounds. And then this is book or omnibus 2. I guess these have like 3 volumes in them. I could show you cover art in a little bit, right? Just get an idea. There you go. There's a panel for you. So Isaac, I definitely enjoy that. I think the next one comes out October 10th, something like that. So I have something current to read. I thought that was pretty exciting. Speaking of having things that are like currently releasing to read, and I saw Thomas McNulty has been posting stuff that he's excited is coming out. That's kind of new to me, so yeah, that's been fun. Lord of the Mysteries. It's a Chinese web novel. It got an anime series. Has become pretty popular, so yeah, this is book 1 or part 1, The Clown. Nice and fat. It reads quick though. I'm just about done, and then I can watch the anime. The anime looks really cool. I'm not even going to bother describing the plot of this because it's just insane. So it's too much. Too much for this short video. Anyway, here's another one. This is manga. Back to manga. That wasn't manga, by the way. This is all text. My first Chinese web novel. I wasn't even aware that was a thing. So new to me. Anyway, more manga. This one's Innocent. Omnibus book 1. A nice little parental advisory here. Lots of nudity. Lots of gore, like extreme violence and torture. The aesthetic of everything is like very beautiful and feminine, but also like twisted, perverted, and just like dark. Everything is like very emotional and over the top. It's kind of exhausting to read, to be honest, but it's compelling. Definitely not for everybody. The books are sealed in plastic for a reason. Here, I can't really show you too much, but I feel like, yeah, I think it gives you a good idea of what's going on here. It's historical. It's about a true character, one of the like royal executioners in France pre-revolution, like just before, I think. Charles Henry Sanson. And obviously it's a dramatized story. I have the second set over here, and I think there's one more. I'm not like a super fan of the story, but I'm compelled to keep reading it, so I definitely will. I picked this up. I just thought this was cool. I picked other things up too that I won't be showing, but this is worth showing. Lakeside Press. These books are pretty cheap, and I thought this was really good. This is narrative of the Coronado expedition. Nice, tight copy, gold leaf on the top. You're into that. Just about finished reading this. It's very interesting, but it has the original. Ooh, sorry. I sliced my finger pretty bad, and I just bumped it. Anyway. Yeah, the original Spanish with the translation on the other side. It's been pretty cool, and yeah, you could brush up on your Spanish. So, yeah, Coronado Expedition. If you don't know what that is, that's like the before Lewis and Clark, like the Western exploration of the Americas, and I didn't realize how much ground they covered because they kind of like split off at different points. But yeah, that was really interesting, and there's like a lot of like kind of brutal things that happened during the expedition that they kind of just like, yeah, and then we killed everybody. So that's been interesting. Probably gonna have to read another time to really understand exactly what's going on the whole time, and then read other accounts, because you can't. This is an eyewitness account, and yeah, you can't cover everything. So anyway, Strange Tales from Japan I've been reading. Feel free to start your Halloween season. It's not a day, it's a season. So this has been cool. This has been really cool. I think once I finish this, I'll do a video separately and maybe retell some of the tales. So, Strange Tales from Japan. Been loving that. Just picking it up and reading a short story every now and then. I grabbed this little long arm book for $1 at the Goodwill the other day. So, I think that about covers everything. Yeah. Been hiding, been reading. Maybe more one or the other, but yeah, until next time. Find somewhere to hide, find something to read. Peace.